Good morning. Today is Tuesday, February the 5th, 2019, and we are continuing our Georgia Book Awards. In our last round, we had two books to face against each other, The Book Itch versus I Am a Story. You guys voted, and your votes count. The winner was The Book Itch. So that book will be proceeding to our final ballot. Today, we are going to start round 2 of the Georgia Book Awards. And we have two books for you. Book 1, Most People by Michael Lena. And Book 2, The Sound of Silence by Katrina Gosada. Let's begin. Most People by Michael Lena. Most people love to smile. Most people love to laugh. Most people love to see other people smile and laugh too. Most people are good people. Most people want to help when they see someone crying. Most people want to help when they see someone who is in trouble. Most people want to make other people, even strangers, feel good. Most people are very good people. Some people do bad things. They yell bad words. They lie and steal. They bully and hurt and destroy. But most people don't do these things. If you could line up all the people who want to be good and all the people who want to be bad, the good line would stretch from here to the tallest mountain. All the people in the bad line could crowd together in a dark and gloomy room. People who do bad things can change. There is a seed of goodness inside of them waiting to sprout. Most people love the sunshine. Most people love the earth. Most people like watching things grow. A person who is frowning and mad or sad or mean is like a sour grape in a bunch of sweet grapes. That person would almost always rather be happy, smiling and laughing. Everyone looks nicer when they smile and laugh. When you see something bad happening, you may soon see someone trying to help. The helper might be you. Someone is always there being good, because being good is what most people do. Most people like to run and dance and play, or share stories with someone they know, or snuggle with someone they love. Most people like a kind word. Most people like thinking good thoughts about others. Most people smile when they see a baby. Most people glow when they hear or say, I love you. Most people in the world know that. Most people are very good. The end. And that, my friends, was most people. On to book 2. The Sound of Silence by Katrina Gonsalves. Little Yoshio wiggled with anticipation. 3, 2, 1. He threw open the front door. The sounds of the city swirled all around him. Tokyo was like a symphony hall. Yoshio listened to the sound of his boots squishing and squashing through the puddles and the tiny raindrops pattering on his umbrella. The sound of his giddy giggles made him giggle more. Suddenly, Yoshio heard the strangest sound, high and then low, squeaky and vibrating. Amazing. It was a koto player carefully tuning her instrument. Then the koto player played. The notes were twangy and twinkling. They tickled Yoshio's ears. When the song finished, Yoshio said, Sensei, I love sounds, but I've never heard a sound like that. The koto player laughed, and it sounded like the metal bell that swayed in the wind in Mama's garden. Sensei, Yoshio said, do you have a favorite sound? The most beautiful sound, the koto player said, is the sound of silence. Silence? Yoshio asked. But the koto player just smiled a mysterious smile and went back to playing. Yoshio bowed to the koto player and ran to school. Where can I find silence? Yoshio wondered as he listened to the thwack of his boots on the pavement. He listened for it all through the school day, but there was always some kid making noise. At recess, the sun came out and Yoshio went to the quietest place he knew, the bamboo grove at the edge of the playground. But even there, the bamboo made a taki-taki-taki sound as the wind banged its stalks together. He closed his eyes and he heard the swish, swish, swish of the wind making the leaves talk. It was beautiful, but it wasn't silence. Walking home from school, Yoshio listened hard. He could hear the horns of buses and the whoosh of bullet trains and the beep, beep, beep of the traffic lights, but no silence. Yoshio knew so many different sounds, loud and soft, sudden and soothing. But silence? Where was silence? Wasn't in the dining room where there was always the sound of chopsticks and slurping and chewing and swallowing. What a noisy family. Silence wasn't in the bath, where even his toes made noise and little droplets of water kept dripping off his nose. Drip, drip, drip. That night, Yoshio tried to stay up late to catch the silence while his family slept, but his eyes got heavy and then heavier, and soon the sound of a distant radio became a part of his dreams. The next morning, Yoshio woke up to his neighbor's dog barking and oh no, he had missed the silence. Yoshio walked to school early. His sisters whizzed by on their way to the park, screeching Yoshio's name. Where was Silence? Yoshio heard the creak of the school gates as he pulled them open. No one was at school yet. He put on his inside shoes and listened as they shuffled on the shiny floor. The classroom felt different without anyone in it. He sat at his desk by the window and pulled out a book. He loved the story, and as he read, he forgot where he was. Suddenly, in the middle of the page, he heard it. No sounds of footsteps, no people chattering, no radios, no bamboo, no kodos being tuned. And in that short moment, Yoshio couldn't even hear the sound of his own breath. Everything felt still inside him, peaceful like the garden after it snowed, like feather-stuffed futons drying in the sun. Silence had been there all along. It had been there between the thumps of his boots when he ran, when the wind stopped for just a moment in the bamboo grove, at the end of his family meal, when everyone was happy and full, after the water finished draining from his bath, before the kodo player's music began, and hovering in the air right after it ended. It was between and underneath every sound, and it had been there all along. Silence. Do you hear that? Silence. The end. And that book is called The Sound of Silence. I hope you have enjoyed these two books, and I can't wait to see how your votes turn out today. Thank you.